So good morning, people, and thanks to everyone who is watching my videos on a regular basis. So I wanted to talk on why adventure bikes are booming and why you should get one adventure bike. So this is what I wanted to talk. As you can see, many adventure bikes are getting released in the past few years, like Xpulse, which was a new vehicle, and Himalayan, which is already there in the market for a long time, but that also got a better version now. And there are a few other motorcycles which got released recently, which is the BMW X450, and Benelli also launched one, I guess. And there was this TVS Apache's new bike, which is again within this 300cc category. So if you see the recent trend, right, many people are preferring to go with the adventure vehicle. Even my initial plan was to buy an adventure vehicle, but since that seat height was a bit too much and my height was not matching up to that, hence I bought this one, which is the Duke 390. Why I wanted to choose an adventure vehicle, I will tell you. First thing is the ground clearance, the comfortability you get in that. It is not like this vehicle is not comfortable and all, but if it is an adventure vehicle, you have that handles upright, and you will feel much more comfortable driving that one more than this. And as I told you, the ground clearance, that is much more than any other bikes that you get in the market. So in adventure vehicles, the always one positive thing is you have the better ground clearance in that. Even I feel bad when I hit my vehicle somewhere in the humps, or even when I take it out from my gate, it scratches all over my vehicle's belly. We do get a bash plate, but the thing is, if it is an adventure vehicle or if it has a bit more ground clearance, right, that is much more easy than getting the other vehicles and hitting the ground all the time. And one most important thing in adventure vehicle is for long tours and all, it will be very, very, very nice to drive. You will have that comfortability. As I told you, the handlebars will be a little more upright position. You will feel much more relaxed when you're driving. So whenever you're going to buy any bike, just try the adventure vehicles as well. Let's say you're planning to buy an R15 or the Apache 310 or the BMW 310, not the street naked one, but the paired one. Just in BMW itself, they have the 310 adventure version. You guys must try that vehicle because that is one of the most comfortable bikes I have ever ridden. The height is also okay in that, but seat comfortability, the suspension, everything is top notch in that. But they are releasing the 450 version now. I don't know how it is going to be. I've just seen some videos on internet. It looks more of a rally version rather than the adventure vehicle. So that is one good upcoming bike which is still not released yet, but when it releases, I might go and take a test drive of it. Let's see. If in case I can, I will try to make a video on that as well after I take a test drive. And the other things in that is touring compatibility. Whenever you buy a different bike, you will have to add some additional features like the windshield, the panniers set, all those things. But in adventure vehicles, some vehicles they give it prefixed in that itself, so you don't have to spend extra on those things. And the other thing in adventure vehicles are the versatility. Whatever road you put it through, it will definitely not disappoint you. If you take my vehicle, I went to this the Debaguli once. Okay, the road is completely off-roading road. I did manage to cross those roads, but when we have an adventure vehicle, right, I feel that could have been much more easy. And even in normal roads also, if you consider Bangalore roads, people are digging it wherever they want, however they want. If in case you want to tackle all those things and ride, adventure vehicle is one of the best option, I'll tell you. You can take it in all terrains like hills, off-roading. When the ground clearance is too much, right, you can take it anywhere you want. Even if you have all rocks below, you can still take it in those roads as well. And suspensions will be very good in that. Suspensions, as I told you, the handling, the comfortability, everything. See, don't be like this idiot. Please stop your vehicle, use your phone, and then drive your bike again. See, this one idiot having kids. I'm just giving you a short summary or small tip on why adventure vehicles are better when you compare to the other vehicles. But when in reality you purchase one, right, you will realize that you made a good decision buying that. And the other thing is, it is touring friendly actually, if you ask me. Some vehicles come with preloaded setup itself. If in case you want to purchase it, you can just ask the dealer if they have the preloaded ones. They will definitely have ones, and they will make all the arrangements if in case they don't have it. Some even come with the, for example, let's say you're going to Ladakh and you want to have heated seats or heated handle grips. There are vehicles who come with that as well, because whenever you're traveling in cold, you need your hands to be warm. You need yourself to be warm. See, I told you, right? This is the latest version of the Royal Enfield adventure vehicle. In the initial stage, this actually had some issues where people were reporting it. The rims were bending, the handles used to crack and all. In the initial, when the vehicle came out, there were people who even influencers on Instagram. I saw many people telling that this bike is very good, that this and all. But later, when people purchased it, right, they had some issues while driving. See, I told you that this cafe racer vehicles doesn't have the much ground clearance. Even my vehicle doesn't have much ground clearance. So whenever you're planning to buy a bike, just make sure that few things are very important. Okay, I'll just tell you what are those. First and foremost, make sure the handling is top notch. The handling is as per your comfortable. Like if you see my vehicle, right, my hands are a bit low, but when it comes to adventure vehicle, my hands will be in upright position. That will be a good thing to have. Second thing, suspension and seats in adventure vehicle are comfortable, but when you're going to buy one, just make sure it is comfortable for you. Because when I went to test drive, right, I took this Adventure 390, that old model, 2023 model. That seats were also similar of similar kind of my vehicle itself. I didn't feel any difference between both of them. But when I took the test drive of BMW 310 GS, right, that was way too good. I was just talking about this. He is in front of me. Nice. I'm actually not talking about this vehicle, but the adventure vehicle. But even these seats are also good. So whenever you're going to try some vehicles, just make sure to try it out. Try everything, like whatever vehicles are there in the adventure category or whatever you're choosing, right? Just make sure to have a test drive of all the variations that they have. I don't know how many of you guys are noticing that vehicles coming in front of me and all, but if you see, there are more adventure vehicles where people are buying it recently. I actually had a person that I know. He actually had the same vehicle as mine, the normal Duke 390, but then he actually sold it and bought the Adventure X, I guess, from KTM itself. That was also good. I didn't take it for a test drive, but it was looking good and everything, and it had much better ground clearance. Even the Duke, which is released in the recent times, right, like last year or something like that, that also has a much better ground clearance than mine. For example, someone is sitting behind me, my vehicle will definitely touch the ground. The hump which you saw back, right, that would have hit by now. So also just make sure to check all the extra features that you get with it. Have a check on all these things and buy a good adventure vehicle. But do comment which do you think would be a better adventure vehicle in the current season. Like we are in November now, so BMW G450 is not yet released, but apart from that, I feel like somewhere the Adventure X is a better option if you ask me as of now, or X Pulse is also a good option within budget. But recently I'm seeing more vehicles on this Triumph Speed 400, right? Yeah, so those versions are also in trending right now. Have a check and buy whatever you're planning on buying. Okay, so this is what I wanted to talk for today. Yeah, as usual, I'm inside my campus and I'll reach my building in few minutes, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, it's a bye bye from Loki's Ride. Drive safe, drive responsibly. Bye bye.